should I ask you guys this or not? Should I or not? Y'all might embarrass me. You know, I can ask. We had an amazing women's forum last night, and this is a question for you, Joel, even though I'm afraid to.
What's the spirit telling you, Jesse? What's the...
No.
The spirit telling me to be still and know. So we had a women's forum last night, and one of the things that came up, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. The ladies brought up that, you know how we were talking about oral sex on the radio? And I was saying that men should not be doing that because it's like eating out of a trash can.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We can't forget.
I'll never forget that.
You have the dirt coming out, blood, other people's sex stuff,
Yeah.
disease, and y'all eat it out. Well, not y'all, but y'all men are doing that, and it's gross.
Uh-huh.
The lady said that to help women, I need to mention that a lot of women are now doing oral sex to men, but not oral. Do they call them oral sex men stuff when the women do it to the men?
Yeah, either way, I think it is.
Other things too, but
I had to correct you. It's not now doing. This is not now doing. This has been around for a long time.
Oh, and so I was
not new.
And so I asked the ladies, were there men and women that knew about this, and I was stunned at the answer. I thought it was like a slut thing.
It is.
there's a lot of sluts out there, Jesse.
I didn't know normal women did that to men.
Most women are sluts these days.
And y'all knew that normal women were doing that to men as men are doing that to women?
Yeah, I thought it was normal.
Yeah, in high school, they would say, not in high school, but some of my high school friends would say, they would say, I'm Christian, I won't have sex with you, but I will that.
What's the name for it?
Well, there's various names. But
is there a decent name that we can mention on the
No.
radio? Oh, there's not a decent name.
I mean, you already mentioned just oral sex, like using your
It's the
mouth.
most basic.
Oh, it's the same thing with a woman doing it to a man,
Right.
called oral sex?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not specific to
Oh,
either,
I got you.
either or. It's
I didn't know it was so popular. I didn't know normal women do it. I knew sluts do it. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, that was unheard of for black people. Now, I remember
In the South, not in the city.
yeah.
The city had to
The
be
city's
different.
Scandalous.
with the blacks.
I bet.
most.
I bet you do bet.
Most people.
I bet.
Because the cities are so degenerate.
Oh, I remember when I was a teenager, my uncles used to go during the summer. They would go to Florida to work in the orange fields or whatever they did, or New York, and they would come back and they would talk about how white people were doing that kind of stuff, and we would all kind of laugh about it. Oh, white people nasty, because it was unheard of. And there was no way a black woman would do that or let that be done to her, and no way a black man would do that. Now it's the thing to do.
Yes.
That is so crazy. And lady, what?
I would say it's a perversion. So the worse you get pervertedly, the more you do.
Say no more, Joel.
And yet, you know how I went to Christian college?
Christian college.
So-called Christian college?
Yeah.
One of the teachers said that according to the Bible, no Christian would be doing that. Or something like that.
No, once
If you were following the Bible,
even
you wouldn't
if
be
you
doing
were
that.
doing it in your father's state, once you're born again of God, there's no way you do that.
Right.
It would be impossible because it's so gross. It just makes your stomach hurt. It's so gross.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to ask you guys, have you ever had that done? But isn't that gross for a woman to do that to a man?
I don't know how you trust them.
No, the man could be diseased, could just finish with another woman, could be smelly after work. You know what I'm saying?
I think growing up, it was never a second thought whether it was bad or not. You just kind of knew that that's what was going on. You never really questioned whether, oh, she's this or he, especially if it's in a relationship. Because even people do it who are married now, even Christians who are married, it's justified. Oh, if you're under the umbrella of marriage, you can do whatever you want. But it's still perversion.
How would your woman know you want her to do that to you?
What do you mean?
Would you have to ask her to do it, or you bring her head down there? How would she know?
It would lead to that.
Just in it's sort of a part of the culture. Like it just is part of the routine.
It's just part of the education now.
No, I mean, yeah, kind of. Now it is becoming part of the education. But back then, like just the streetwise people. It was just.
Do old women do that to old men too? My generation.
Yeah, maybe some of them, the city dwellers and
What would we know?
stuff like that.
Ladies, don't do that. Let me just say to the ladies, do not do that. Ladies, all right? They're making a slut out of you. All right? Really, men who are making you do that don't love you at all. They just love you doing that. It's about the sex. It ain't about, they have no respect for you. They don't love you. They're going to go and make another slut do it. It ain't that. And then one woman brought up, well, it's part of making a woman climaxing. That's the word.
Yeah.
Right.
Any woman that's climaxing, that's the right word, right, James? I know you wouldn't know. You're a virgin. Virgin don't know anything. Any woman that's climaxing is becoming a man because it's not normal for women to do that.
Right. I think it's a lie. I don't think they do that.
Oh, you don't think they do?
No.
You think they're pretending?
Yeah.
Really? That could be possible. You think when women act like they're doing that, they're lying?
I never thought about it, but you never know.
Yeah, because they would be making a man think he's really doing an amazing job.
Yeah. I think it feels good, but yeah, the climaxing part, I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, women, I don't know if y'all doing that or not, but don't even try. Because if it were natural, you'd naturally do it. But the fact you're trying to make something happen, you're becoming a man. The man is turning you into a man. A fake man,
Not
but
the
a
right
man.
kind of man.
Right. Not a real man. A drag queen man.
Perversion.
Yeah. So ladies,
Degenerate.
and I'm glad that the ladies brought it to my attention so that I can warn the ladies not to do that. That is sinking low as low can go. And no man, because if you're doing that to your boyfriend, live-in, or your husband, the guy's going to believe you're doing it elsewhere too. That is low. Don't do it, ladies. All right? If a man want you to do that, go home. Just say, no, thank you. I'm out of here, you dirty man. Right?
It should go without saying that you don't even have to say that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you think if we
Because-
talked about it. Oh, go ahead. I know.
Because that woman who called you your show yesterday, saying, "Oh, I know you always talk down about the women, and women shouldn't remarry, but the men can do whatever they want." But you never say that.
I know. I
If
tell the
anything,
men
you
not
say
to
the
either.
opposite.
Right.
And what you say to the men also applies to the women.
Absolutely. It really does. It's just that men's supposed to lead the way. If the men were decent men, they wouldn't bring the woman to that, to make
Right.
her sink that low because the women are subject to the men.
But
Right.
stuff doesn't go without saying. It's kind of good to make it explicit.
Sometimes it makes your skin crawl. I mean,
But I didn't mean explicit like that.
Oh.
But sometimes you have to point it out, not to
Yeah,
do it.
we haven't forgotten that episode of the show. No, but you would think that if the girl was receiving it, she would do it in the other way too. It's not a shock.
Why would you think that?
Because if she's allowing that to happen, she's doing it. If she's that low to allow it,
Oh.
she's doing it.
Right. Oh, she's doing it.
I just think she go and
Yeah.
kiss somebody else in the mouth after he just finished with you.
Being a slut is normal these days, Jesse.